fast, quick movements of your notes, you can't be doing any funny stuff down here. You can't be going, you can't be doing any of this stuff, right? That's all wrong. There's only one behavior, out and sit and stay still. Okay? The rest is all emotional and mental done in here. You're not meant to use your body to be emotional. Because when you were singing, you were getting involved, it was all nice, but you were moving energies around in your body because you're getting all too you're getting too physical with the body. The emotion has to be in the voice and in the eyes, never in the body. You know, this sort of stuff. That's telling me you haven't got a real control of your energy in your body. If you, and I know you might disagree with me, but when you look at some of the great singers, right? I'm talking in the old black and white movies, right? Those singers were very still, but their voices and their expression in their face told the story. They didn't have to move around and do all this sort. And don't get me wrong, I love the way you move, right? But I just think it's too much. You got to bring all that movement into a discipline. Do you understand? Okay, let's try again. Yes. Yeah. So step one, breath. Fill up the lungs. Remember that when you feel, it comes up and sideways. You've got to feel across till you feel the air's reached you across to the side. Okay? Okay, so do it again. Don't pull away from my hand. Okay, when your stomach's here, I don't want you to feel your stomach pull away from my hand. It's got to stay joined to my hand. So I'm going to keep my hand there. You're allowed to sink here, not allowed to pull away. Take a breath. Tongue's gone like that. Can you point? Okay, now, are you aware that when you sing high, you never lower your head? Do you know why? Because your larynx is trying to turn upright, and while it turns upright, the inside here, this whole, feel this, when you go to a high note, that wants to rise. It actually wants to rotate and lift like that in the neck. If you lower if you're singing high notes that direction, you're in trouble. You've just blocked your chin is stopping your larynx from turning up and also rising in the neck. So you're actually going to be stopping a natural movement inside there from happening if you sing this way when you go to high notes. When you go to high notes, you have to be horizontal. You have to create room under here for this to be flexible to move up and down. And then you'll feel your throat will open. And when I say throat open, you're going to get a nice hollow, a real hollow tube feeling there and the voice coming out of your mouth. Right? So we want to get that. This is why I'm saying keep that head up. I'm not saying tilt back. That's wrong also. So that's wrong. But that's wrong too. You have to be straight. You have to be horizontal. Okay? Alright. That way you've got more room under here to move. Right, so...
Oh yeah.
Work against my hand. Breath. No, when you breathe, don't, okay, wait. When this expands, don't expand this. Okay, this is an old memory here. You're doing this, you're going... No, you're not meant to tense up your abdomen. It's meant to feel loose and free. So when you breathe in, it's elastically loose. I'm not tensing it. And now I'm... And not this. Don't do this. Because some of my students do this because they used to do abdominal breathing. So they go... They sort of half feel here and half feel there. You can't. There's no feeling down here. It's all up here. Okay? Now it's tricky. There's a bit of things to think about. Alright, okay, try again. Now remember to work against my hand. Ready? And breath.
I still don't like it.
That's it. Keep your mouth long and open. Head up. Head up. Keep your tongue into your teeth.
Still takes too much work.
Yeah, but you know why? Wait a sec. What's happened is you're using a whole new set of muscles now. Okay? There's a whole new... I don't know if you can feel it. I can feel your back muscles starting to move. They weren't working before when I first touched you. Now they're starting to move because you move. Now what's happening is there's a whole new set of muscles starting moving in here, and because your tongue's letting go. Your tongue is looser now. It wasn't as loose before. So your tongue was holding your vocal cords together. Now that I've taught your tongue to let go a bit, your vocal cords are sort of wanting to drop out a bit because now we're moving in with other muscles. So there's going to be a transition of focus happening here. That's why you're using more air now. There's a little bit more air escape because we're not using the tongue tension to hold your voice. By the way, your wavering has steadied. It's become more steadier and there's a little bit more ring in your tone. Now, when we get ring, you're used to hearing that fat, round, dark colour in your voice, right? It's not, the ring to the singer is not an appealing colour, okay? But out here it sounds beautiful, okay? But in your head it sounds, oh, this is ugly. This can't sound right, you know? So it's always going to not sound as good to you than it does to us. But remember that in a theatre, the violin rings. When it plays that squealy sound, and it shines and it radiates through the theatre, it's a beautiful sound. All right? It's a very beautiful sound to have that shining ring. Next bit.